Hey everybody, making a video today again to catch up a little bit, talk about what you've been doing over the last couple of days, and talk about where we're headed for the next few days, at least until spring break, at least until we hear when the AP tests are going to be. So yesterday, you all took this diagnostic test, um, and this test was 42 questions. So thanks for putting up with that. What I did is I went through and I got 6 questions from each unit, 3 to 4 straight up multiple choice questions like this one right here, and 3 to 4 or 2 to 4 questions based on documents. And so you should have taken that yesterday. It looks like we still got some people who need to log in and take that. And let's see, we've got you guys should have gotten your results back immediately. And your results should have had something like, okay, I'll just go to the answer key here. Let's see the answer to that one. So it should have said something like Unit 1, Renaissance and Exploration, or Unit 2, Reformation, Wars of Reformation, should have popped up with each question. And so you should know, based on what you did yesterday, your overall score. But as you dig down into your score, you should start to see like how many questions from each unit I got right and how many questions from each unit I got wrong. And so that's where we're started. That's where we're headed today. That's the reason for this test. If you did really well in this test, great work. If you didn't do as well as you thought you should have, well, that's okay too. You get the full credit for doing the test. Doing the diagnostic test is the grade. So now we're going to take those results and we're going to use them. We're going to analyze them. So what I've done is I've created this sheet, this form, which will show up in your feeds today. In fact, I might link the video up to this form. And so what it's going to ask you to do is to go through and figure out how many from each unit you got right. And so you'll check for each unit, what did you get right and what did you not get right. And so you got 6 right on the first unit, awesome. If you got 6 right on the second unit, awesome. If you got 2 right on the third unit, or if you got none right on the fourth unit, you can check that. And so you're going to need to go back and you're going to need to register your results. Now I can see your results, and so this is not necessarily for me. This is more for you to be able to look at and see what did I do, how am I doing. And so from this, we're going to use that information to help us focus on a weak part for the test. So on the exam, every unit is in the original tally. Every unit is represented equally. I can only assume that they will try to preserve that in your 45-minute exam to make it a little bit more fair. Just instead of spreading it out over 9 units, you spread it out over 7 units. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that information, and let's say you got all 6 right on the Renaissance. Well, maybe you're really good at the Renaissance. Maybe you remember the Renaissance really well. Maybe you remembered nationalism really well. That's great. Maybe you don't need to focus there. And so what my intention for the review is to get you guys to individualize your review. Some of you are just clicking on the scientific revolution. You don't need to go back over it, maybe just a little bit, if at all. Some of you are really struggling in the Reformation, and that's fine too. And so it doesn't make any sense for me to do a review on the Reformation if 30%, or at least for 30% of you who are got all the questions right, who feel really comfortable with the Reformation. And so my goal is for you to individualize your study, your review. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to choose 3 units that you feel like you need to work on. Now, these do not have to match up with the results up here. If you got all 6 right on the Reformation and you just happen to know those 6, or you guessed on all 6 and you got lucky, well, if you feel like you still need to work on the Reformation, you can choose that. That's not a big deal. But what I want to do is I want to use this to help focus us on our weak points. And so you're going to declare. You're going to tell me which 3 units you are going to pick, and then spend some time on Classroom. Here in Classroom, right now we've got 7 units worth of videos, and there are so many videos. They actually, I didn't know this, but Google Classroom limits you to 20 videos in one post, or 20 links in one post. And so that's actually why the Quizlet page is linked separately, because um, I couldn't fit all the links I wanted to in some of these posts, especially one like the Reformation. I filled that one up with 20 videos. And so you got videos. If you don't like what I'm doing, then go watch somebody else. That's fine. If it didn't make sense when I did it, that's fine. Go watch somebody else. There are plenty of people out there. There's at least 3 sources in each of these. There's a guy named Paul Sargent who does these short little token AP Euro bit by bit. They're really good, and they're like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 3 minutes. You got this guy Tom Ritchie, who I sometimes agree with and sometimes disagree with, but he does longer videos, something like 10 minutes or 14 minutes. And then you've got Crash Course, and after learning Crash Course European history, after learning Crash Course world history, up here in the Scientific Revolution, and even history of science. I didn't even know that was a thing until I started digging around for videos. But they go into some details here on various guys in the Scientific Revolution. You got videos, you got Quizlet. So what I've done is I've linked you to just the class page, and you can see that all the Quizlet sets are linked here. I've even got the summation of all of these. So we got 247 terms in this one. If that's what you are interested in doing, then go for it. And I've taken out all the double terms, so they shouldn't be in there. And then you've got 1 through 7, so you can focus on those. And remember that in each Quizlet set, there's a variety of ways you can study. Some people like Learn, some people like flashcards. Personally, I like Match, I like Test. Those are my favorite. Don't do Gravity. Just don't do Gravity. You can try it, but it's incredibly frustrating. And so you've got a variety of ways that you can study. And I'm going to put even more on here in the coming days and weeks. I think I'm going to repost all of your old study guides for each of these units. By the way, I still have all your study guides. I don't know how to get them to you, but that wasn't the intention to just hoard them. I kept them so that I could give them back to you, but I don't know how to do that now. So if you have an idea on how to get that back to you, short of coming to each of your houses and leaving it in your mailbox for 48 hours before you go out and get it, let me know. So scanning isn't really an option. Anyway, I'll keep thinking about that, but I'll post blank sets back up here so you can look back over those, and I'll look around for more review questions and review sheets and topics that we should focus on. And so the reason that you're studying for these and the way that we're going to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing is I'm also going to post review quizzes. So I've got, well, these here are all 9 units. So, I made 9 because I thought we'd be testing over 9. But I'm going to post 7 review quizzes to Classroom, and here's the schedule. So here we are today, Thursday, 3/26. We're analyzing the results, declaring our 3 focus units, and we're going to start the individual review. Tomorrow, your job is to review. You'll have a short answer question, because we're doing short answer questions every day, at least until we find out when the tests are, at least until spring break, and then we can refocus after we find out when the tests are. But Friday, you're going to individually review, so watch videos, take the study, do Quizlet study, go back to the study guides, and then on Monday, you're going to need to take at least 1 quiz. Now these quizzes are going to focus on your focus areas, and so you're going to need to pick one of your focus areas. What I would do is I would study that focus area on Friday, and then maybe over the weekend study a little bit more on Monday, and then take the focus quiz. Now each quiz is a grade. Whatever you score on the quiz will be your grade. I will set it up like the last quiz that we took, where you can take it and take it and take it and retake it until you get all the questions right. If you choose not to do that, that's fine with me. That's your prerogative. But I will enter in whatever the grade is for the last quiz that you take. Now, somebody's always going to ask, do I have to just take the 3 quizzes that I sign up for that here in the diagnostic? No, you can take all the quizzes. You want to take all 7 quizzes a million times? That's fine. Go for it. I will put in grades for the 3 focus areas that you choose. And so if that should answer that question. If it doesn't, and you have more questions, just let me know. But I don't think there's anything else I should mention. The goal here is to give you a goal, right? Each of these focus quizzes is a goal. You want to take them all at the same time, that's fine. But that would probably take you most of the day. It means you neglect all your other classes. So what I want to do is I want to spread it out. Psychologically speaking, you remember things better if you do a little bit at a time. And so the goal here is not to encourage you to cram all at once just before you take the exam. That is really counterproductive. You won't remember most of this stuff. But if you study for 20 to 40 minutes a day, then you'll remember a lot more. And so that's what this is designed to do. Give you an opportunity to study 40 minutes, maybe study a little bit for 20 minutes the day you take the quiz, then take the quiz, make sure that it's perfect, make sure that your grades go up. So I can put in good grades, so I can make the grades go up, and at the same time we get ready for the exam. Now a week from tomorrow, on Friday the 4th, or Friday 4/3, so April 3rd, we will find out when the exams are going to be and what question type are going to be on the exam, things like that. And so once we find out more information about the exam and when they are, then I will make a plan from there, and I'll communicate that with you. It might be over spring break, but hey, everybody's going over spring break anyway. And so, yeah, we'll reassess then. In the meantime, I'm going to be reading a lot of your SAT questions and reading a lot of your answers and making videos on those and getting that out to you. And I'm hoping to get the first one out sometime tomorrow. All right. If you have any questions, remember, hit me up on Remind, send me an email, talk to me through Classroom. Whatever works best for you works for me. I'm just trying to help you guys make sure that you know, make sure that you guys can be successful on this exam. You've worked so hard, so very hard on all year. So let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I will be back in your feeds soon. Talk to you then.